With J&J, announcing plans to split into two companies, the pharma and a medical device company, which will be called Johnson & Johnson, and then the Tylenol, Listerine, Band-Aid company. Revenue about $15 billion, but a name we still don't have, Jim.
Yeah, look, I think this is really great because one of the things that people may not realize is J&J is a pharmaceutical giant, and they're also one of the fastest-growing pharmaceutical companies. They have, if you compare them to almost anyone in the business, if you compare them to Pfizer, you compare them to Bristol-Myers, GLAXOSMITHKLINE, I think you'd be amazed at how fast the business that will get the highest multiple will grow. I mean, a double-digit growth, organic.
No, I wonder, though, you bring up multiple, and let's get to that discussion in terms of the stock market and whether and how you add value here, because J&J trades at a higher multiple overall than most pharma companies.
Yes.
Because consumer products gets a higher multiple, even though it's not a growth business. You've pointed out many times, P&G trades at, what, 25 times?
Yes, but
so when you split this thing, is what's going to be left going to be a lower multiple than what it currently gets right now?
Okay, so there are some people who do breakups who have just said that to me. Jim, be careful saying that, look, this is necessarily going to go much higher. I come back and think about Abbott, okay? So Abbott splits. Abbott has a decent drug business, okay? And they've got a very good device business, nutrition, which they've kept. And if you think about this, this is the great Miles White. Abbott ABBVIE separation, this is the ABBVIE being the stuff that would be like the consumer product, okay? To some degree, it's a little higher level.
Right.
But Abbott ABBVIE separation at more than $431 billion today. Okay, it was $81 billion when they did the separation, and that was in 2030. That's 10 years. It's one of the greatest It's really may be Exhibit A about why you should do this. And I think that Miles White is an amazing, amazing executive, but I think Alex Gorsky is an incredible executive.
Well, Miles White certainly created a lot of value, and we do know that splits, and we've been talking and kidding about shrink to grow for a decade now.
Laser focused.
Yeah. Laser focused, exactly. All those words that bankers use to talk to management about what they should be thinking about. But that's the story in the market. I mean, it's 1 week, and we've seen two iconic companies, Carl, choose to go down this road of splitting up because of focus, because of both on the customer level and the consumer level and in the marketplace itself. They continue to say as well that, there was a growing divergence between these businesses, even more so as a result of COVID in part. But there was once a day when prescriptions went to OTC and you could sort of see some overlap there, but it doesn't happen.
They've got what I regard as I call football brands in the store, meaning that you could have a knockoff that looks just like them from Walgreens that people will buy because it's cheaper. I mean, when you go to the cornstarch baby powder, well, there's like a lot of cornstarch baby powder.
Yeah.
So
we're not even mentioning GE, but we're not mentioning what Pfizer's already done or what Merck's done or what Raytheon's done, and more reports today about what Toshiba may do.
I know, splitting to three. That's interesting. That's under pressure. How about GlaxoSmithKline? Under pressure right now, of course, right from. Geez, these guys are tough. You know that.
That's Elliott, right?
Yeah,
they're tough.
They're tough. By Elliott.
Yeah.
And one of the things that you've interviewed Elliott. One of the things that I think is really interesting is they've split that company into two. I don't know if we can see this, and the performance has been pretty good versus how if you take a longer-term view. But Elliott's not happy. They think there's a lot more there. And
right.
They believe that the consumer business, which is merging with Pfizer, could be worth a lot more. Mm-hmm. And their rigor when they come in, Singer's rigor?
Well, yeah, they've got a big team there on the activist front.
I think if you just
But what's your point here? Why are you bringing up Glaxo, though, in relation to J&J? Explain
well, because
that.
Glaxo was saying over and over again, Walmsley was saying, Damon Moss was saying, listen, people do not see the great growth we have in our pharma. The only way to call attention to it is to get rid of the slower growth products.
Right.
And J&J, to some degree, the slower growth products have hurt them. I mean, plus,
but it's funny because the slower growth business still gets a higher multiple.
Well, in this one, it's not clear because, when you have 10% organic growth for a drug company, you got some excitement in every division.
True. By the way, this is all, just like GE, going to take quite some time. I mean, they're talking 18 to 24 months. Yeah. They don't have a name as of yet. Obviously, the management team at the consumer products company is in place, but, and Gorsky's going to be stepping down as CEO early next year, becoming chairman of overall J&J.
But why do you think they gave medical device?
So similar to GE, I mean, it'll be 2 years before we're sitting here and these companies will actually have
medical device has been bad because of COVID. That can snap back. Let's not forget that the talc litigation is with consumer product.
Right.
And the talc litigation has been horrendous. They have opioid legislation. Look, it's not all done in fair weather, J&J.
No.
But they have a great cancer franchise that people don't talk about enough. I think they do a lot of good, they have a lot of good drugs.
Right. But then it'll be, the peer group will be with, Merck and Pfizer and all the ones that we still talk about it with, but obviously it will be a pure play.
Yes.
Right.
And, look.
And then the consumer products will be what? Go Nestle and P&G, or where do you sort of Colgate? Where do you kind of put it?
Yeah, I saw Colgate the other night, and Colgate's such a long-term winner, just consistent winner, and I just think that in the end, you should try to merge it with one of those companies.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Funny, because there had always been speculation of a merge spin of some kind of this business with Colgate. That's not, I don't think, in the cards at this point, but this will be a business, again, Carl, that can issue stock, that can start to consolidate as well, which is another reason why you get these announcements.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.